Hello, Sagittarius. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm back from vacation and I had a really nice, relaxing time in Naples, Florida. Um, there was a lot of things I realized I didn't know, and it's my own fault. I didn't search that particular information. But it's a very large city. It's like, well, to me, 400,000 people. Um, and spread out, really far. It's really beautiful, the homes and the canals and everything, the beach, and the Everglades are stunning, really beautiful, raw nature. That was my favorite part. But we were on this Airbnb that was in a lagoon, and it was like being in paradise right there. We spent a lot of time just back there relaxing. So, whew, very relaxing. Anyway, so here we are, 2023, right? It's a seven, yes, and sevens are lucky. Sevens in the numerology, as far as my teachings go, can be a time when you're I think you may need stimulation, actually, is what you may need. There may be boredom or something like that where you need challenges, you need stimulation. In a lot of ways, there's going to be calm, relaxing, because we also have the influence of the rabbit. And the rabbit is, the energy is real peace and calm. It's a time to rest after the battles of the year of the tiger, which was last year. And so when you were ready to go to war, in some ways, and sometimes it was very justified, and sometimes you think, geez, what am I getting so upset over? The rabbit is also a time of persuasion rather than force. So you would rather mediate, talk about it. Really, do we have to get so upset? So it's very reasonable time. Um, it also said, do not be too indulgent, because the rabbit very much indulges themselves with food and other vices. So be careful to monitor that. And last, anyway, you're able to make money without too much effort. You don't have to work really hard to make your money. Now, for some, your money may be very moderate. You're not making a lot of money, but you're not losing any either. You're just sort of at par, able to just ride along. And for others, perhaps you're able to make a little more without having to work as hard as you previously have had to for the same result. So, saying that, here we are at the Cartomancy. Cartomancy is the art of reading the regular playing cards. I was taught these, well, I self-taught at first, and I just had an interest. When I was in my teen years, I met a lady in the neighborhood that did it, and it was kind of cool. And I always remembered that, and then it came back into my life in my 20s. So, ooh, Sagittarius. What do we have here? What do we have here? So it's funny, when I first picked up the cards, the King of Spades did jump out right away. I knew I was doing you, Sagittarius. And so this is the second time he or she has shown up. The King of Spades is single, somehow, separated, widowed, divorced. And they may still be hurting, still in pain, still healing perhaps, or they could be someone who has kind of a chip on their shoulder. Um, you know, from the pain and whatnot. Okay, this could be, it's showing as male, it's strong female energy, but it could be female too, or female with very male energy, vice versa, so on. I'm gonna take them in the threes that I like to take them. So it looks like you're going to, this person has a lot of work right now. They are very busy, okay, with their, but there's something they're worried about here. They may be worried that it's not going to last, or this could be someone around you, Sagittarius. This person also could have very dark eyes, dark features. Um, um, anyhow, they have more work, but I have a feeling they worry if this is going to last, or worry, they have a concern about what they do and how much they do, you know, maybe a concern of giving it up, or if it will last, something like that. And then there is the Ace of Clubs and the Two of Spades. So, you know, there's some sort of new beginning that's wanting to emerge, all right? But it means that you'll have to separate from something in order to do so. So it has, your new beginning has not begun yet, because there's something you'll either need to give up, uh, something you need to separate from. And this is in your work, you know, what you do creatively, how you, sometimes how you make your money, but it has a lot to do with your creativity, and it also has to do with your physical self, you know, how you are treating yourself, your body, right? So looks like someone's wanting a new beginning here, but in order to do that, they need to separate from something else. Maybe the something else has been a good source of um, stability. It looks like constancy. You know, it could be challenging work, but you know, perhaps that's why wanting to do something different now. Okay, so that is in the general energy on the side. So let's cut these babies. Saggy, Saggy, Saggy. What does Saggy need to know here? The first month of 2022, in the, you know, regular civilian calendar, but in the Chinese calendar, that begins on the 28th, I think, something like that. All right, let's see what we have. Very interesting. So here in the present energy, you have the 9 of diamonds, the 2 of hearts, and the 3 of diamonds. I think that's the furnace that's just kicked in. I might pause just for a sec and turn it down so that we can have a little quiet here. Let's pause. All right, there we go. Finally kicked off. So 9 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, 3 of diamonds. This is something about a relationship here. This is very romantic relationship. This is, you know, it's a lot of, there could be travel. You could, get engaged. You could, there's a lot of potential and ambition. Someone or both of you have a lot of drive to make this successful, and I think successful in more than your feelings. You know, you could be a good team together in some ways, really, really expand, you know, grow. Okay. But it looks really nice. The Three of Diamonds is the initial wish card, and things are really starting to come together in this romance. And something could have happened lately, something that you did together that made you realize, you know, how good or how much you love them, or how it's like sort of cinched it in a way, okay? What you have coming in. You have the Ten of Hearts, the Two of Clubs, and the Queen of Diamonds. The Ten of Hearts is, you know, again, here is the idea of a team. You know, this is teamwork usually. This is a meeting about, you know, entering an enterprise together. This enterprise could be the enterprise of a relationship, or, you know, the Ten of Hearts is usually happiness, success in relationships, and it seems like maybe a mother, a sister, something like that is meeting with you on this, you know, wants to be part of the team sort of thing, you know what I mean? Um, and working on something together, okay, to bring a because the tan is can be commitment too, eh? You know, entering a committed partnership in a relationship here, okay? Anyway, it also reflects, because this is the mature woman, this Queen of Diamonds. She's seen as, you know, she is over 50 for sure. Okay. She's mature because she's learned a lot of life lessons already. She's been through a lot of stuff already, you know, and she's grown from it. She's learned from it. She could have white, gray, platinum hair. She could have green, gray, or really pale blue eyes. But the biggest thing about the Queen of Diamonds is her age and her knowledge, what she has to offer to a partnership, relationship, that sort of idea. So this woman looks like she's coming in. She may be new into the situation. All right, she may come new into the situation. So what do we have above you? I want to throw these in the middle and just sort of remind me about some of the underlying energy here. Above you, you have the Seven of Hearts, the Three of Hearts, and the Four of Clubs. Now, this says that the Seven of Diamond or Seven of Spades is usually tears, you know, over your heart. But the Three of Hearts is more centered on the self, like you could have been crying, upset with something you were going through. Perhaps there was something from your past, or something that's happened to you lately, or depressed or sad. I don't feel that it came really from outside stuff. It could be your own sadness in a way. And um and the Four of Clubs is, you know, where we take time, we take a pause, we have a rest, we consider our next move. You know, how are we going to figure this out? What's the plan? Okay. And this is starting to formulate action to figure out what the next moves are, because you cannot sit in this energy forever. You know even that you need to, you know, whether it's have a manifestation board or goal planning, life planning, if you want to make a mandala manifestation, or just talk out loud to the Lord, God, whoever, every time you have an opportunity, write about it. This is very interesting. So this pile has to do with your ambitions. What do you want to put out there? What do you want to do for work? What drives you? So you have the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Hearts, and the Four of Diamonds. It looks like something died or came to an end. It could be in your career or your creativity, drive in you. You just, had a blockage or you went flat or something, or just actually the opportunities came to an end, something like that. But they are coming alive again. So the Ace of Hearts is a beginning. It's also too something to do with the home usually. Okay, so this is a new beginning. It could be a new home even. You could be coming out of one position or something ended at work. There wasn't really anything, and then something comes alive again. There's a new beginning here. This makes you really happy, whatever this change, renewal, life that comes about. Sometimes the Ace of Hearts is a new addition to the family, new home, new relationship. It brings life to something or somewhere that was dead, okay? And don't forget, this is your career, your ambitions pile. So there could have been, nobody buying your product or whatever it was. It was a real flat time. And now, probably with the new year and the new energy, there's something new brewing here. It's able to come back to life. But anyway, then you have the Four of Diamonds. This is your second four. This is again contemplation, but the Four of Diamonds has a little more, like both the Four of Diamonds and the Four of Clubs have this energy, this potential, this, you're thinking, right? You're thinking, okay, okay. And sometimes at the four, our plan, we realize it needs some changes because it's a good plan still, but how we were doing it or where we were doing it, something wasn't exactly clicking. So we have to think about where that is. And so in the four, we take a pause, we formulate, we brainstorm, we plan, we kind of work it out. Like, okay, well, what if I did do it? Let's say I did do it, what would happen? And sort of kind of think about it's better planning. If you ask me, both of these fours are better planning. You're thinking about it now. You're not rushing in and expecting big results. Now you're putting the work into it, the thought into it. You're taking your time. All right. I like it. So in your exterior energy, you have the Five of Hearts, the Two of Diamonds, and the Seven of Diamonds. This is your third two. So this month involves a lot of meetings, partnerships, planning, You're taking the time and thinking about it, conversing with people and, finding out things, but also just learning, and because I don't think you're just taking, you're getting from people, they're coming and helping you. I think you're also, because twos are, give and take, right? So others, this is how they're seeing you. I think they're seeing you as pretty lucky. You have love that is growing. You have a beautiful partnership. There is a lot of passion in this partnership. You could have the envy of others. There's a lot of potential. There's so much potential here. Others are seeing you happy and in a relationship that's growing in love. Like it's just beginning. There's a lot of growth here. Also, there's an increase in finances in a situation here too, and I feel going to be very lucky. this year, really, because we have this Seven of Diamonds. And the Seven of Diamonds means there's a lot of potential here, a lot of potential for financial growth too, you know. But I think you're doing the right things with thinking about your next move, planning your next move, wanting to take another shot at it, kind of thing, you know. Because I think this is something you've done before, partly with what you're doing with work, also in relationship too, right? Not this particular one, but a good team, a good partnership. Actually, it's your fourth two. You got every single two, all of them. And like I said, like you've been through this before, maybe with someone else, you know, maybe this King of Spades is a little bit about your past, something that had a lot of potential for growth, of things were growing and moving quite along, but there was underlying concerns, I feel, too, in that relationship about um you know, maybe you thought someone was making plans in another direction, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, in the foundation, you have the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds, and the King of Clubs. Um, I'm kind of seeing two kids here, gotta tell you the truth. Two young people, okay? There could be a light one and a dark one. There could be a one that's seen as the friend. The Jack of Clubs is known as the friend. Very friendly, gets along with everybody kind of thing, helps people out. You know, they want to help this person out. The other is more of a talker, I would say. They are very intelligent, more inquisitive, maybe a little bit more skeptical, perhaps. You know, I feel like there's one that's more skeptical kind of thing and always learning. Could be always reinventing themselves, but they could be very different from one another. The jacks also represent messages coming in, messages about work for you, messages communicating. It's really friendly terms, friendly environment, okay? Um, but as far as the kids go and the King of Clubs, it feels like to me this is a parental situation. Um, Also, I feel like these kids may be maturing at this time. This is a chance for them to really mature. But this King of Clubs could be like the parent of these two kids. This could be a brown or hazel-eyed man or woman. This person is also known as the friend. They are known to be a hard worker. They know how to, they put a lot of time and energy into what they do and care. Like they like to put care into what they do. They're precise. Um, I feel in some way this person could still be looking after these kids in some way, or kind of always, you know, like any parent, really, we are always looking out for our kids, right? We're always keeping an eye and making sure, sort of hoping that they'll, and edging them toward that next mature step. And I feel like there's could be a lot of growth happening this year for your children, Sagittarius, or someone's here, okay? So I also feel there's a lot of communication coming in. There could be some sort of document or something like that, a document coming, or talking about, because the Jack of Diamonds is more analytical sort of information, where you're learn, like, you go to college and you learn about how to do this now as a career, or you're taking information that you see and you're making decisions, like, committing whatever. Um, it seems so friendly, though. It's really good energy here in the foundation. So let's see what the surprise is. Oh, what a nice surprise! You have the Five of Diamonds, the Nine of Hearts, and the Four of Spades. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but warning alert. So there is a surprise coming. This is a gift. I think you're getting a gift, or a gift is coming. You have an increase in your finances or your security in your life. Things are going to grow in this area. I think you're going to have opportunities to make more money, and this is really making you happy. You're feeling, and like I said earlier with the rabbit, I don't think it's a lot of effort, it seems to come easy. It doesn't feel like the work that it used to feel like, or it's difficult. You also have the Four of Spades. Now, the Four of Spades there represents doubt, Part of me feels like this is old, lingering doubt. These doubts of the past, these things, these little, the devil that creeps in every once in a while and says, do you really deserve it if you're not working hard for this? And, this sort of niggling things, which I think are not going to be very strong anymore. Not going to be, you're not going to be as torn up as you used to get about this stuff, okay? And because the Nine of Hearts is the wish card. It says you're something beautiful is going to happen. Something is really coming together. This looks like a relationship where two think as one, move as one, or it's love, but it's also a wish, a permission, a reward, a gift for everything that you've been through, everything that you have been able to overcome, and you have overcome a lot. There could be financial gain. You could get either a financial gift, a minor windfall, like, could be $500, $5,000. But it's almost too good to believe, in a way. That's where this little bit of doubt is lingering. You're like, you don't, it's almost too good to be true. That's what it feels like, And I know you're like, um, are you sure that's for me? It has my name on it? Really? Let me see it. There's a bit of and so at first you can't believe it, but it's true. It's true. All right, I'm gonna jump right over to I was gonna take a tarot and I was gonna take another one from this and that, but I'm gonna jump right to the Sacred Rebels because it's been 28 minutes already, and this one is a little bit descriptive. I'm gonna have to read a little bit from the book. Not too much. I'm not going to go on and on and on and on and on. But these are amazing cards that always seem to deliver what you need to hear. So for Sagittarius, for the month of January, what do they need to know? That's what you need to know right there. It's coming. It's coming. So, ooh, jeepers, you have 3 cards. I like it already. You have big, bold vision. There is something big, and I think that there's stuff that you have in here, ideas, experiences, stories, creative, I don't know, but there's something big I think that you have in there that you're trying to create, that you're trying to, I'll think of that word in a second. Then you have beyond the mind, the heart beats. That's really beautiful. I'm not sure if I've had this card before for a reading for you guys, for anyone. So that's gorgeous. And that's 21. And you have in the world, not of the world. Wow. And that is 34, a 7. So, jeepers, jeepers, jeepers. I'm going to have to make this brief. Try and get all this information out for you. You were not born to play a small role, Sagittarius. You have the ability to dream big. That's what this card's all about right there, okay? There is something, a vision or an idea that is coming to you. You may worry right here. That's interesting, eh? You may worry that it is too much for you. But don't worry. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of bigger, brighter, more radical, and more potent possibilities of creative living your light in the world. This is a sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow for a big, bold vision, is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you are allowed to access so much wonder. Remember that in your healing and growing success as you manifest this big vision, you can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your art, and your choices. It's a win-win situation. Ha! I love it. So next you have beyond the mind, the heart beats. There we go. Right into it. Okay. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within. Yet it's always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. This sounds like meditation. This sounds like you need to meditate. I think the message is for your vision. You need to meditate on that. And that's what you're doing in this for. That's what you're doing in this for. Oops. Well, I love that the ace came with it. That's what you're doing there because you're trying to answer your heartbeat, and I love that 4 of diamonds actually is with the ace of hearts. This is something you're going to start doing, is listening to your own heartbeat. I think this is saying that you need to meditate on this, to just sit and listen, be still, and let the thoughts come to you, not the bull crap of on whatever is on TV or to you and what you want, you are striving to do. Very nice. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. Yeah, look at that. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It's a different way to live and create. So you're trying to think ahead. But you're trying to feel this, what is your answering your heart, your needs. And I know there could be a lot of energy saying, well, it's supposed to be done this way. No one does it like that, but you know what feels right to you. You know what I mean? So, in the world, not of the world. Oh, there we go. It is safe for you to become naked in life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public. It means back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on a holiday every day? What would it be like perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses, layer by layer, and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it's clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable, nor do you need any acceptable social face. It's time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. Oh, interesting, eh? Because we all have a little bit of it, right? We've been kind of, not to, name and blame, but kind of, what do they call it? Conditioned to fear, fear everything, right? And so fear makes us want to control more. Anyway, um, they are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way when you live as you innately are, rather than have you been conditioned to be, as I said. You will experience greater joy, freedom, and support when you are not resisting yourself or resisting life. There is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. Wow. So it says, have faith in the process. You are shedding. It might be an identity, a status symbol, like a car or a home. You are shedding because no matter what the appearance of things, those old forms were too constricting for you. Your spirit was trying to walk about in shoes several sizes too small. They were starting to pinch. The seams were ripping, and eventually they would fall apart completely. This is same as you and your internal beliefs that are failing you. perhaps externally as well. Whether it seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it's your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit that has brought this situation. You're being guided to trust. Um, After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. Wow, what a strong card, Sag. I love this healing process. So if you want to go right now, you can. But this is pretty nice, okay? So this is a healing meditation you can do, all right? Imagine you are running naked into a sea, ocean, river, or waterfall. Be cleansed. Feel it happening. Be with it and enjoy the sensation of it. Feel freed of any weight that you no longer need, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. Let go on all levels. When you are ready, just open your eyes and rest for a few moments before going back into your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. Oh, that is amazing. If you want to know about that book, it's called Sacred Rebels Oracle, and it's by Alana Fairchild. Fabulous, fabulous cards. So, you are in the world, not of the world. I love, love, love. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. So, enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you are ready for what's coming. Something big is coming, Sagittarius, and you deserve it. You're ready for it. You can do it, Go, Wanda. Bye.